Psychology of people who grew up in the 1980s. There's something noticeably different about people who grew up in the 1980s. Many of them look at the world today and feel like they've landed on a different planet. Not because they can't adapt, but because they remember a version of life that no longer exists. The 80s weren't just another decade. For many, they were the last era where childhood felt physical, optimistic, and real. Decades later, people still say things like, the 80s were the best time to grow up. And when you hear the stories, it's not hard to understand why. No seatbelts, no helmets, front doors left unlocked. You survived a childhood that would probably get parents arrested today. And instead of breaking you, it built you. Psychologists are only now beginning to understand why growing up in the 1980s shaped the brain so differently. The first trait they point to is what's often called hardwired confidence, a built-in belief that effort matters and outcomes are possible. Think about the world you absorbed as a child. The Cold War was ending. The economy was booming. Rocky won. The Goonies never gave up. Every song on the radio told you to fight for your right, take on the world, and never stop believing. The entire culture sent one clear message: you can win. That's why today's doom scrolling, crisis-driven media feels so foreign to you. Your baseline programming is hope. You didn't grow up being told the world was ending. You grew up being told it was worth facing. The second trait is latchkey autonomy. To researchers, that means independence. To you, it just felt like being home alone. With both parents working, you came home to an empty house. You made your own snacks, did your homework, or didn't, and figured out your afternoon without anyone watching. No one structured your time. No one checked your progress. You had to develop an internal compass, and you still use it today. That's why you can plan, adapt, and execute without needing constant validation. The third trait is an effort equals reward mindset. You wanted to play a video game? You saved coins for weeks, then rode your bike to the arcade. You wanted to hear your favorite song? You sat by the radio for hours with your finger on the record button. Nothing was instant, and that was the point. Research shows that delayed, effort-based rewards build stronger impulse control and healthier dopamine regulation. Your brain learned that good things come to those who work and wait, not those who click. That's why instant gratification often feels hollow to you. Your reward system was built for the chase, not just the catch. The fourth trait goes deeper: physical world confidence. You grew up in a time when things were tangible. Tapes, records, posters, collections. When something broke, it was gone. When you lent something out, you might never see it again. You learned the real weight of value and loss, not digital files floating in the cloud. You also navigated the world without GPS, Google, or location tracking. You figured things out because you had to. And that confidence doesn't disappear. It settles into your bones. The final trait may be the most important: presence. The 80s were the last decade before everything became content. You weren't documenting moments. You weren't optimizing experiences for an audience. You were just there, fully in it. That trained your brain to focus deeply, wait patiently, and exist without constant stimulation. It's why you can sit in silence, why you don't panic while waiting, why your memories feel vivid and real. So when you look at today's world and feel out of place, remember this: you're not outdated. You're carrying skills that are slowly disappearing. The self-reliance that looks like stubbornness, that's competence. The calm that looks like detachment, that's depth. You grew up in a world where rewards were earned, childhood was physical, and the future felt winnable. And that shaped who you are today. That's not nostalgia. That's psychology. And it's something to be proud of.